Yeah, boy. Yes, I've been waiting on this interview. LDWMMAC, this is your boy, the coach. You're live on the Culture Show, the Culture Show, live. Man, look. I, I'm so nervous. I'm choked up, but at the same time, I can't believe I got this young lady sitting right here in front of me, man. I got Shanelle the Nightmare Dyer, and I hope I said your name right, because if I
Yeah,
didn't,
you did. Yeah,
I did. Okay, all right.
yeah.
Got this old country accent, so I'm trying to get that right, Chanel. I'm trying to get it right. Well, thank you for coming in on Sunday. I know you're probably busy, got so much stuff to do, but I appreciate you coming in. Um, so I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, because I'm looking at you and I'm just like, how did you get in? How did you start fighting? Because I'm like, you seem like you don't fight, but then watching your video, oh no.
Yeah. Everyone always says that. I look like I'm a calm person in real life. Like, I'm really laid back, level-headed. You will never know I'm a fighter until I actually step in the ring, and I just change into a different person. And this it's mad.
So you kind? I mean, I don't think you was too kind when you was kicking people in the face. I mean, was that kind?
I know.
I'm just kidding.
In real life, I am, but when I get in the ring, it just go for it.
It's a whole nother person, huh? Whole nother animal. Man. Okay, so you're currently right now you're 3-1 in mixed martial arts, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I want to talk about like who actually who introduced you into Muay Thai? Because I noticed that you're very deep into that.
Yeah. I started Muay Thai when I was about 9 years old. My parents, they used to just put us into everything. So I did football, swimming, athletics, everything. I'd quit on all of them. But I started Muay Thai because my brothers used to do it and they used to get medals and trophies. And I was like, oh, I wanted a bit of that as well. So I went to the gym one day, first session, I just fell in love with it. I'm like, I'm going to get to the big group. I'm going to get fights. I'm going to spar everyone. And I just fell in love with it from there.
So how you feel when you took your first punch to the face?
I used to cry when I was younger. I used to get beat up by everyone, but I just kept coming back. Like my first interclub, that's like a friendly fight that we had. I fought a girl and I stopped her in the first round. She started crying. And then they got me another girl and I stopped her in the first round and she started crying. And I was 9 years old and they got me a 14-year-old and I stopped her in the first round and she started crying as well. But after that, I was like, yeah, this sport is for me.
Wait a minute now, come on, now you got all these people crying. Now I mean, you cried first, and now you got everybody else
Yeah,
crying. Come on now.
yeah.
I believe you. I definitely believe you. Now, if you see me looking down, this is the live stream chat, okay? So, well, probably can't see it. Look at it. Terrible.
Wow.
And you'll see the link to this, and you can see them talking live. They're going to be talking, asking you questions like Marcus Bell, he said, good morning to you, Chanel. They're speaking. Uh,
Wow.
you guys, when y'all ask the questions, I'll respond to them. That's fine. But yeah, so you got a few people in here that's going to watch this. Um, yeah, so man, so at 9 years old, you have 14-year-olds crying. My goodness. So,
Yeah.
so now your dad was the one that got you. He got you doing this and introduced you. Um, was your dad like your corner man? Was he telling you, "Hey, Chanel, make these adjustments," or did you have a coach?
I had the coach because he's like really into football. He's been like football fanatic since he was younger. He played in like World Cup qualifiers for his island in the Caribbean and everything. So he was like proper football. I started off doing football as well, soccer in the for the American guys. Um, so yeah, he was all about football and stuff like that. So when um I stopped playing football when I was about 14 years old because I had to decide football or martial arts. But I'm glad I chose martial arts in the end. So he's always there, my dad, in when I'm fighting in the corner, screaming. He's been there from day one. So he's learnt the sport with me. So he can understand like the shots, what types of moves to make. So he's always shouting like in the background when he's filming all my fights. He's there with all my fights, really supporting. So he's always there shouting. But yeah, I had my coach. I started off at a gym called All Stars when I was younger. I did that for about 3, 4 years before I took a break for like about 3 years. And now I'm at a different gym, which I do MMA with as well.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering. You kept saying football. I'm thinking American football.
Yeah,
With
soccer. So
with the quarterback.
I remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, you talking about soccer? Okay. Hey, well, still,
yeah,
that's a tough sport. Soccer tough.
yeah,
But I'm gonna tell you something. I actually, when I first saw you in the ring, in the octagon, I said, you know what? Chanel looks like she runs track and field. Like she actually looks like she runs track and field. And I actually thought you were a sprinter. Cause see,
yeah,
what I like to do is I like to watch people fight. I don't like to look at their background. I just like to see
yeah.
you fight. But then when I looked at the frame, I said, damn, I wonder if she was a sprinter at one point in her life.
Yeah.
You know.
I did a lot of that back in high school, sprinting like with the team, like sports days and stuff like that, competing like locally sprinting when I
Oh,
was younger.
really? Okay. Now you
Yeah,
said your dad is from the Caribbean.
yeah. He's
Okay.
from Montserrat.
Where's that at? Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm ignorant, so I don't
That's
know.
next to Antigua.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's from yeah.
Okay, I think I cut you off, champ. Hello? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. Thought I cut you off. I was listening.
yeah. No.
Okay, so let's really get into. I want to talk about some of your fights, man, because I want to talk about this one fight in particular. Okay, um, you fought this woman named I hope I'm saying her name right. You fought this woman named Sweepson or Svetson.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You was winning the fight. You was winning the fight. I saw you go. You gave a teeth kick to the face. Then
Yeah.
you throw your hands up like like you about to do a dance, and then you did like some damn karate kick to the face.
Yeah.
Bow.
I yeah, I kicked her and I was like, oh, I need to do something special, and I just did it. I didn't. It could have went so bad, but it went well, so I'm glad.
Yeah,
Cause yeah,
it was
cause
gutsy.
for that fight, I took that fight on a 5 day notice, and I've only been doing MMA for about 4 months. I've been doing Muay Thai for about sorry, for about 8 years, and then I started MMA like 4 months before that fight, and I was like, yeah, I'll do an MMA fight at the end of the year. And then my coach was like, one day in five, he's like, do you want to do MMA fight in 5 days? I was like, okay, and I just did it, and it was that fight, and it went my way.
Yeah, she stood there too. I thought she was gonna try to move or something. She didn't see it coming. I mean,
Yeah,
you throw the
I thought she was gonna take me down
well. She
because
was a
she's like a really good jiu-jitsu person. That's what my coach told me. So I thought she was gonna take me down. So that's why I was kind of hesitant like in the beginning. But obviously I got my flow halfway through the rounds, and then it just flowed.
I don't know. I thought this was a I don't know. I thought you was trying to see what kind of kicks. I thought you were trying to compare kicks because I mean you kicked the hell out of her so many times. I'm just like, okay, which kick was the best? But then that was the best one. And I was impressed like how accurate it was. Like you didn't even think about it. You just you kind
Yeah.
of just kicked her once and then you step back and then you did it again. But I was more impressed with the accuracy of it. Like the flash was kind of cool though. All the bravado and the swag you
Mm,
had, it was cool. But the accuracy, and I said, yeah, okay, I gotta watch more of this girl's like Thai fights. I gotta watch them because I know.
yeah.
And then when I
Yeah.
saw a couple of your Thai fights online, I'm like, wow, okay,
Yeah, I have like the best Thai coach in like the whole of the UK. Literally, he got like coach of the year last year. That past 2 years, gym of the year as well. So I got a really, really good Thai coach that we go through all this stuff like almost weekly, like leading up to fights and stuff. So I'm really lucky. That's Christian Knowles.
so okay, you got a good team, you got a good Thai coach, so
Yeah.
they're definitely gonna be keeping your striking up the game. What made you make the decision to do MMA, like to actually? Because I've read in a couple of articles you said that your ultimate goal is to get to the UFC.
Yeah. Um, I knew from younger because I had like part-time jobs and stuff like that. I knew from younger that I can't work like a 9 to 5. So I think the decision to go to MMA was I kind of got a bit bored of doing Muay Thai in a sense because I was just coming off that junior to adult transition. I fought all the juniors. I wasn't really getting benefit of it. I was about 17, 18, not making a lot of money. I was just coming out of school and I didn't really know what to do with my life at that moment in time. And I just came off a really bad loss in Thai. I thought I won the fight, but I didn't win the fight. So I was just kind of getting annoyed at a sense. And then my MMA coach Steven, one day he was just like, oh, just come do MMA, just come do jiu-jitsu. And I was like, okay, I'll come. 2 months later, I just turned up and then I just fell in love with the team, the atmosphere, and I just stayed. Because obviously I went from being like one of the top guys, people in Muay Thai, to go back down to do jiu-jitsu, to start back from the bottom. And it was like really hard. So like working back way up is really difficult for me, but I'm supported by a really good team that just supported me in the way. So that's when I started MMA.
Wow, amazing. Now, see, I come from a boxing and wrestling background, but mostly boxing.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna tell you, for me, being inside of a cage and doing that kind of training, it was tough for me
right.
because I'm thinking boxing. But do you think that Muay Thai, actually better helps you transition over into the octagon?
Yeah, definitely. Because for I think boxing, like your hands, that the second to none, you really need that into MMA. But I think Muay Thai is like the best base to have other than wrestling, because Muay Thai, I've learned a lot of Muay Thai that I've transitioned over to MMA, especially like clinch work. You can like transition that into cage control, balance. Like my takedown defense is really good, and I've got that from Muay Thai, especially like when they catch the leg and like doing that certain maneuvers that you do in Muay Thai, you can transition really well into MMA. So takedown defense, like I'm really good at. I got that from Muay Thai. The clinch, the underhooks, the wall control is for Muay Thai. It's really good.
Okay, wow. Yeah, yeah. I see Thai fighters. They go in there, and I've seen a lot of Thai fighters have a lot of success in the octagon. So I guess
Yeah,
the big magical secret for you now, you got to learn, the jiu-jitsu positions.
yeah,
Like fighting out of a guard. You have a lot of people that beat you up
yeah,
in jiu-jitsu.
yeah. My first year of jiu-jitsu, I just got subbed like 20 times a session. I just got subbed. Like my training partner Chloe, she's been in jiu-jitsu for like 10 years now. That's where I do most of my fight comes with. She subs me like all the time. I get subbed by everyone. So I come over to the gym. They're like the MMA gym, they're predominantly a ground gym. So they do a lot of jiu-jitsu. So I've come from Muay Thai. I'm like one of the best Muay Thai people in the gym. And all the jiu-jitsu, I beat them up in Muay Thai and they just beat me up in jiu-jitsu. So they just humble me.
Yeah.
But the past year, especially in England, we've been doing like lockdown, so the gyms ain't been like really open, and I haven't had the fight in a year. So I took this year basically just to do jiu-jitsu like almost every day. So I've done like every single jiu-jitsu class this whole year just to perfect my game. And hopefully I'll be getting my blue belt soon.
Okay. Oh, jiu-jitsu blue belt. Hey, that's a big accomplishment. That's real big.
Yeah,
Cause you know,
definitely,
no, no, no.
definitely, definitely, because even before, like 2 years ago, if you asked me, yeah, would you do jiu-jitsu? I would tell you, oh, I would never do it. I didn't like the sport, and now I'm just like, I really want to get my blue belt now. So like going from there to here is mental.
So you got a blue belt. That's pretty significant because now with a blue belt, you're no longer in the phase of just trying to defend all the time. Like you're
Yeah,
actually attacking
yeah.
submissions. Like man, that's pretty good. That's significant.
Yeah, because my fights I had in 2019, I was so scared to like go on the floor because everyone that I fought in 2019, their game plan was to take me down. They see I'm a Muay Thai fighter, so their plan was to take me down. So the whole fight I'm focusing, oh, let's not get takedown, let's not get takedown, because I know getting taken down is like jiu-jitsu is not that my strong point. So even my striking couldn't flow as well because I know in the back of my mind that if they take me down, they're gonna possibly submit me. But throughout this whole year doing jiu-jitsu, like constantly, my confidence has grown so much that now my striking will be better in MMA because I can just flow, not worrying about getting taken down.
I mean, you get somebody to take you to your back, boy. You throw them in that darn guard, and then you start
Yeah.
throwing elbows from the bottom. I'm talking about man.
uh,
Hey,
I can't even do elbows now. I'm still fine amateur. I can't wait. In Muay
mm,
Thai, I could do elbows. Like I cut like my last three opponents with elbows, and I just loved it. But MMA, I'm still amateur. I can't elbow people yet. I
uh,
can't wait to do it. But on the
mm,
floor, just elbowing people. That's mine.
you gonna be a beast. Okay, now I got some questions. I'm sorry. I just, I get
Yeah,
so wrapped up in the in what you're saying because it's all like great stuff. And coming from somebody, you 20 years old, right?
19.
You 19. Wow.
Yeah.
God, dog. You
Oh,
got a level of maturity for you for a 19-year-old because a lot of 19-year-olds I meet, they're not mature, but you got a level of maturity, so it's pretty refreshing.
yeah.
Okay, but okay, I got one question here from Jason Rose. Jason Rose, that's a UK name. This a UK dude, okay? Um, he says, shoot, let me find the question. Oh, okay, Chanel. He says, how's training been during this COVID-19 period, seeing as most places in the UK are on lockdown?
It's been hard because it's the gym's been closed, open, closed, open. We don't really know what's going on. My Thai gym, they do a lot of social distance training, so I haven't really sparred or like hit pads like in Thai training for almost like about a year now. Just doing like bag work. We do a lot of Zoom training in the evenings. But I'm really close with my coach, Stephen Cook, and his kids. So I'm one of the lucky guys that can go down because he owns the gym. So I'm really lucky I can go down and practice jiu-jitsu, create that kind of social bubble with him and his kids, like two other people to keep training, just have been doing my training.
Wow. Okay. Well, man, that's what it is. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, Jason, she answered your question. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now here you see is a little blue strip across the screen. Okay, okay, a guy named George Page, he sent you $3. Okay, so I'll just send that to you. No, he did seriously. And people, fighters, fighters always think that's a joke.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, when you come on this channel and they send you like money doing an interview, like you actually get it. Like I'm serious. Yeah, he sent you three
Oh,
dollars.
thanks.
And his question is, he says,
Oh,
which?
so fast.
Yeah, seriously. He said, which fighter is your biggest
Yeah.
inspiration?
My biggest inspiration is Israel Adesanya. 'Cause I relate to him so much. We're both I'm half Caribbean and half Nigerian. We're both
Mm,
from the same country, both from Lagos as well. And he's really inspired me. He's my favorite fighter because he's come from a striking K1 background, like heavy striker. Because I thought I don't really like MMA to be honest. Like 3 years ago, I hated the sport. I thought the striking level was up to par. I knew nothing about jiu-jitsu, so I couldn't. So I'm just like, oh, they're just hugging on the ground. I don't really like that. I don't get it. Now I appreciate it because I actually know what they're doing. But back then I didn't really know about that. So I'm just looking at the striking point of view. I'm just like, there's way more better striking in K1 and Muay Thai. I'd rather watch that and do that. But seeing Israel Adesanya going to transition into MMA, bringing like high level striking like that, I'm just like, I can do that as well. Plus doing jiu-jitsu as well. I love jiu-jitsu now, but like doing that, he's inspired me so much from where he came up from and everything.
okay.
And he's like Reed fan, same as I am, fly as well. So
Okay, so you like the last style bender. Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that's one of the
he's
best in the game.
amazing.
He was, hey, how do you feel about his last fight against Jan Blachowicz when he was trying to come to champ?
I just thought Jan, he's just way too big for him. He didn't put up no muscle. He was just way too big for him. I thought he did well. He came up to like the fifth round, and like it was anyone's game from the fifth round. But after he took him down, that he was not going to get up. He just hugged him, and there was no way he was going to come up from that. Like fatigue and that it played a lot of part. Like especially for me, I don't cut weight when I fight. That fight that you saw me had in 2019 against that woman, I don't cut weight. I literally just walk on the scale and I just fight. And they cut weight to come down. And then my last opponent, she cut down from like 67, 68 kg, and I just walked on the scale and I felt the weight. Like it was only a 3 round fight, but from the first time I grappled with her, up on the cage gate, I felt the weight. So what he must be feeling, it was meant for him to like last 5 rounds. I'm really proud.
Oh boy, you got a brand new fan now, Jason Rose. Look, Jason Rose finna get on your helmet though, Chanel. He said, "What about
Okay.
Kamaru Usman? You didn't mention Usman, and I got to agree with him." Hey.
Oh, I love no, I did. I watched his fight as well. He's a savage. His wrestling as well. I don't really know much about wrestling, but I've been watching him wrestle with Michael Chandler, and he's a savage. He's a beast. He's underrated. He's not underrated no more. He's a beast.
Oh, you see how she trying to flip the script now, Jason? Now she talking about
No,
Kamaru Usman.
he is.
Yeah.
I was. You no. You asked me who my favorite fighter was. You didn't give me options. He's up there. He's up there definitely after his last fight. Like to fight a someone close to you like that as well. Like mentally, it must be but he was on point.
Okay, I'm messing with you. Hey, listen, I'm messing with you. I mess with everybody. All these, I mess with you. I just,
Yeah, I'm gonna say because I'm a striker. I appreciate striking.
yeah, come on, Jason Rose. You couldn't put that in perspective. She's a striker. That's why she
Yeah,
like Israel. Wasn't because she don't like Usman, even though he got one of the
yeah.
best jabs in MMA. But come on.
His job. I was practicing for like 2 weeks after that fight. That just job. It was amazing.
Wow. Hey, well, amazing. So, okay, now I read that in school you was a troublemaker. Yeah, like you used to get in trouble at school. What did you do?
I'm me. I can't sit in the room more than 10 minutes. I just get bored. But I wasn't bad. Like my whole year was just they just messed about. So I wasn't bad, but it's just I was just that annoying person. Like I'll be sitting in the classroom, the teacher will be teaching, and like after 10 minutes I get bored and I'll just turn to the person next to me and just start arguing with them or just like dash their book. Just so like I was just bored. I don't know. That's
Man,
that's when that no that was when I had that the gaps um from fighting from martial arts. I took that 3 year gap and I was like in the 3 year gap. So it was just I was just having fun. Like school, like I love me. I love learning. I love learning like on my own terms.
yeah,
But
yeah, I feel
I'm not
you.
I'm not bad.
I feel you on that. Listen, if I was a teacher and if I ever asked you about you, hey, what you do? I did martial arts. The first thing I'd have brought to school, 'cause I do this now. I bring some mitts. Come on. I'm gonna need to calm
Yeah.
you down. I'm gonna need to get you outside. Come on, okay, here, here, these mitts. Here, these mitts. All right, throw a kick. Okay, I'm gonna need you to get some of
I
this
told
energy
I
out.
told I told my science teacher once. I was like, yeah, my friend. She was like, oh, she's like a world champion Muay Thai fighter. She was like, oh, I don't believe you. You don't have the discipline for it. I just started laughing.
Nah, she had a discipline. Just make your class more interesting. Then she had a discipline.
It
That's probably what
was
I told that
boring.
teacher. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
shut up, man.
The worst thing about that, I was never in class, but I would get like the highest grade in the whole year because I would study by myself. Like I love learning. I would study by myself and I would teach myself, and I would just get like A stars and A's like constantly.
That's
Yeah,
what's up. Hey, so did you ever have
yeah,
anybody in school? They hate on you for whatever reason. They get jealous, and then you got to go beat them up.
yeah. No, everyone was supportive. Everyone loved it. It was kind of the opposite. Everyone just like, oh, she's a fighter. Don't mess with her. Like, I have like a couple of people like, uh, they have their little beefs and stuff. They're like, oh, can you come down, back my beef and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm not really on that. I was never on that. I never had a fight in school. But yeah, everyone was just supportive. Really, everyone just like, yeah, you're gonna be UFC champ. You're gonna be like champ, stuff like that. They're still supportive. So yeah.
Yeah, hey, listen. Well, you definitely got a bright future, young lady. You got a bright future. And I've been sitting back. I've been waiting for this interview for a minute. I'm trying to tell you. I've been
Yeah.
waiting for this interview for a long time. I'm talking about months, many, many months. I have been waiting for this interview, and now I finally get to talk to you. I want to ask you. I can't. I'm butchering all these girls' names, right? So if any of you ladies who Chanel beat up,
Yeah.
please don't take it personal. I'm trying to get your name. This fighter named Mahmoudi. Mahmoudi.
Yeah.
What did you do? Like it's like you just kicking the hell out of her. Just every time I turn
I
around, you
thought
kicking her.
that I was even that was my third MMA fight. And I wasn't even meant to fight her. My original opponent, she pulled out like a week before. And I didn't have an opponent. I didn't think I was gonna fight. And then she popped up, she like, yeah, she'll fight me. And then I was like, okay, I'll fight anyone. So I was just like, okay, I'll go fight. I'm happy. We both walked in the scale. We both walked in like the same way, and we just fought. And I did. She was a hard opponent. I never knew. I found out after she's like IMAAF amateur world champion, blue belt, and yeah, I just thought she was so hard. She just came forward. I was giving her shots left, right, and center, and then she just kept coming forward, holding me on the cage. Like that's literally my hardest fight to date. She's drowned me like the first 2 rounds. Um, I got a point taken away from me in that fight apparently for
Yeah.
holding a cage. I was nowhere, but yeah, but like the last round, I was like, I think I knew that I was losing. The last round, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna just do whatever and just fight her, just fight. It's the last round now, 3 minutes. Let's just fight. And so I just went out, not caring if she took me down, not caring about anything, and let me just fight. And the last 6 seconds of the fight, I got the stoppage. So it was mental.
Man, yeah, that ref took away a point, but anytime you see a pair of ref with a pair of freak me baby shoes on in there, you can't
Uh,
trust him. You can't trust him to make the right calls. You cannot do it,
yeah,
okay? I don't know. It seemed like that ref he was kind of itching to get involved in that fight most of the time.
yeah.
'Cause some,
You was talking to me throughout the whole fight. Like I like doing a thing called long guards.
yeah,
I learned that a lot from my coach Chris. Like that's good at especially in MMA, catching the punches and stuff like that. Controlling range, keeping them at a good base. Every time I was doing that, he's like, mind your fingers, mind your fingers, mind like disrupting my rhythm, my flow. And then I was like, once I was nowhere near the cage. He was like, keep your fingers out the cage, and I was nowhere near the cage. But I don't know, it is what it is.
man, look, there's a whole lot that I could say. There's a whole lot that I could say.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
promise you, there's a lot that I can say. I'm gonna keep the flow of the interview going, but trust me, it's a whole lot that I can say. When I see these certain people, that you in the octagon and you doing what you're trying to do, because sometimes
yeah,
you will slip and grab the cage. It's accidental,
yeah.
like if you were deliberately holding on to the cage, say something, but okay, we're gonna keep the flow of the interview going, but boy, I'm glad you're doing MMA. I'm glad you're doing it, and for all the reason that you talked about. Number one, I noticed that there's a certain hunger about you. Like you're not. When I actually researched you, you're not doing typical stuff that 19-year-olds are doing. You're focused. You're not on
Yeah,
videos. Dancing and shaking it, and you're training. You've got a
yeah,
goal, a definitive goal that you're reaching. That I can tell. Like with every new like post that you put up, it's like you're documenting that you're one step closer to that goal that you're
yeah,
trying to hit.
yeah.
Where did you get your discipline from at such a young age?
I think definitely from the training as well. Like I started from a young age. That's where the discipline comes. For like when I used to like, cry after every training, but I used to always come back. It just taught me that from a young age. It's like if you want to if you want to achieve something, you have to work for it. So I just like that from a young age, and I knew when I got like, my first job when I was like 16 years old, that I was so depressed. I was just working at retail like 12 hours a week, and I was so depressed. I was like, if I can't do that 12 hours a week, I can't do a 9 to 5 when I'm older. Like me, like you'll never notice, but I'm like the laziest person ever. Like other than training, I just sleep. Um, and I know that when I was but I know that like when I'm older, if I want an easy life, like I'd rather do it now, put all my effort into, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I'm listening. I'm listening to you. Hold on, guys. I think Chanel's internet. I hope it ain't my internet. No, it's not my internet. It's not my internet today. Okay, hold on, guys. I think she's
Oh,
back.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I thought it was my internet. I said, man, my God, I paid my
No,
internet bill.
it's my Wi-Fi. It's my Wi-Fi. I'll put my 4G on anyways.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Chanel, you got that George Page internet. Okay, gotcha.
So,
But yeah, I was trying to. Okay, so I think you cut out at the last thought, man. You say, can you hear me? I'm like, girl, I'm listening.
oh, I forgot to say it. But yeah, I know that I just want to like you'll never know, but I'm like one of the laziest people ever, and I just want an easy life. So I know that if I want an easy life when I'm older and not working all the time, I might as well put in the grind now when I still get that support of my parents. I'm still living with my parents. I'm still I don't have that type of responsibility that I would have in like another 5 to 10 years when I need to pay bills, need to like do other stuff, focus on other stuff. Like right now, I don't really need to do much other than just train and fight and get the experience. That's what I'm doing it all now. So by the time I'm like in my mid 20s, I don't need to work as hard as I am now. So that's what just motivates me. So I can buy what I want, do what I want, fly, go to different countries, fly where I want. So yeah, I just want to have an easy life
Wow.
and
Hey.
do what I love as well. I don't think of this as a job. This is still I started this Muay Thai and fighting because it was fun to me. It still is fun to me. Going to the gym, fighting, training, even cutting weight to an extent. It's all fun. So it's like getting paid for doing something fun. That's like living the dream.
Okay. So you live in a dream, getting paid to fight. Well, at least you understand that you have to work for it, and I think that's
Yeah,
that's what's impressed me the most. Because I train people your age group, the 17 to 19 year olds, and I always see that it's a few of them that they don't understand that this is hard. It's hard.
yeah, it is hard.
It's
Yeah,
not easy. Okay, I got a question for you. And boy, I can't. I was waiting to ask this question. You got a new fan. His name is All the Rage George Page. He is the king of bodybuilding talk. Yep,
yeah.
he's the emperor of bodybuilding talk. God, dog, Chanel. I'm sorry. This is not. It's like a
I
glare.
can't even see
But
it.
anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Wait a minute. Okay, and I'll read out this super chat that somebody gave you just now. Let me see. Okay, George says, "How do your parents feel about her fighting?" And has her mom. Hey, George, that's pretty cool. You called her mom. See, here in America, we say mama. He said mom. Has her mom ever want to run into ring after seeing you get beat
yeah.
up?
My mom's never come see me fight.
Really?
Actually, she came to my first ever fight and I lost. My first ever title fight. I came second, but in the finals, but I still lost. And I was like, she hasn't come to our fight since. She supports like really like a lot from the background. She just lets me do my thing in it because I have a lot of siblings. I have five other siblings. So and she works, so she's kind of busy. My dad's the one that's there in like every fight, but mom she supports a lot from the background. She always sees like, when I come back from training, I'm like, oh, I got a black eye, or like I hurt my wrist, or I hurt my ankle. She's like, oh, this is the sport you chose. She's really supportive there, but yeah,
Hey, well, hey, you tell mom when she reached to the pinnacle of the sport,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and then, after you buy mom that first house or
I
something.
was yeah, I always say that. I was just like after my first paycheck, we're going to like Bali or somewhere. We're going to have
Don't worry. Hey, hey, hey. When she get that first house or something, then she gonna be like,
yeah,
"Oh, Chanel, thank, oh, baby." That's what she gonna say. That's what she gonna say. Okay, you just got $20. I told you.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, guy named Vulcanus. Okay, and salute to Vulcanus, man. That's a member of the LDBC. And if you don't know when I say the LDWMMAC, that's called the Lions Den Women's Mixed Martial Arts
Yeah.
Community. We got a whole community that's dedicated for WMMA fighters, female fighters. Outside of my boxing and MMA duties, we got a community that's completely dedicated to female fighters. So it's kind of cool. He says, "Salute the coach for always bringing us that hot fire." Salute, chat. $20. Now you at $23. My God,
Thanks.
just to come up here on an interview and just chat with us, man. I tell you what. Okay, so here's my other questions. Okay, now you grew up, or you currently, do you still live in West London?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. From what I was reading, okay, West London, that's equivalent. Okay, from how you were describing it, that's equivalent to like it's almost like one of the hoods how we got here in America. Yeah, it's dangerous over there, man. Hey, so give us a view, an image of what it's like in West London.
West London, like especially where I live. Um, I live right next to an estate. I don't know what you call that. I think you call those like the projects in like the America or something like that.
Yeah.
That's like campus. Yeah. So I live like right next to that. So when I was younger, you saw people like gangs and stuff. They used to like chill, do like stuff that illegal stuff that you didn't really. So I've
Hmm.
always like seen that growing up. My parents seen that as well, and they don't want me to get into like that type of lifestyle. That's why they always keep. They always try to keep me and my siblings like really busy. That's why they put us into all these sports after school, all these like youth clubs and stuff. So we don't like go through that path. because London right now we're really bad in knife crime, especially around South London. That's where my gym is. South London's like one of the worst areas in London. We have like people dying every almost every day. Like one of my teammates, he lost his life last year. Um, Jay Shepherd,
Mm.
he got murdered on his 30th birthday party last year, tragically. That's he was the nightmare. That's the name that I took from him last year. So yeah, it's really bad, but I'm lucky that I'm focused and it's for me and my siblings. And hopefully if I inspire people to do this as well. Okay, I don't come up from luxury and stuff like that. I'm just like a normal person just living and I'm doing all of this. So hopefully I can inspire people to do that as well.
Well, I definitely know you're an inspiration, and I'm gonna tell you, you I saw, I'm researching and just looking all over social media about what you got going on, and I saw, this beautiful photograph of you and Jay Shepherd, like
Yeah.
he's asleep on the couch, and then
Yeah.
you asleep on the couch, like right
Yeah.
underneath him, and
Yeah.
it's just like, wow, you
Like
really, this guy made an
especially
impression on you, a big impression.
definitely because my gym, like especially Team Underground, we're like a family. We're family gyms. That it's more than just like just training. Like you love these people to pieces. Like you train like in the weekdays. You do weight cuts together. You do hotels together. You travel up and down the country together. Even like Saturdays, Sundays, you go to bars. We get drunk together. We do play mini golf. Like even in and out of the gym, we're like a family. We like do everything. It's amazing. Like the first time I met Jay at the gym, that's when I transitioned to MMA. Like he came to the gym like once doing sparring. I was like, this guy. I knew nothing about MMA. I knew no fighters. I was like, this guy must be like UFC. He's so amazing, and like he's so amazing. I went up to him. I was like, oh, you're so sick. And then I found out that he wasn't like up in UFC level, but I never left. No respect left for me for him. He was amazing. Um, but
Wait a
yeah, especially seeing like someone like me, someone colored like me doing that something that he's doing, because he turned his life around. He was in and out of jail, did bad stuff when he was younger, and like 5 years before that, he turned his life around, went into MMA, fought, got like all the belts in MMA. He was really coming up one of the best fighters in the UK. So it's nice.
Wait a minute now, Chanel. Okay, you gave us this beautiful story of Jay Shepherd's background, and I loved it. But I gotta ask you, you was getting drunk, so you old enough to drink?
No, because in America, yeah, it's you have to be 21.
Hmm.
Here you have to you can drink when you're like 18.
Okay, I'm about to say, did somebody buy you some drinks? Cause that's what I'm about to start saying.
Before yeah, you were like even when that photo was coming, we did like a all night bender. We went to a fight show, like we had like nine of us fighting on that show. He fought as well, and all nine of us won. And on the show from Team Underground. He won the belt as well. I stole his belt like the whole night. I was like, "This is my belt." He's like, "Keep it." So you see me in the line in that photo, like 9 o'clock in the morning, like some random person's house. We had no idea where we were. Just me with the belt, and we woke up. And I turned to him. I was like, Jay, where are we? He's like, I don't even know. Yeah, it was fun. We,
But
we went to like five different after parties, and then we just ended up somewhere, and it was mad.
man, Chanel, wow, more money. God, no, you're up to $53.
Really?
No, I'm serious. You think I'm kidding? I'm telling you the truth. You're actually gonna get this. This not make believe. It's not magical money. It's real.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what they said. Okay, Vulcanus. Well, you got a fan. He's giving you $40. He said,
Really?
"Hey, no, seriously." He said, "Shout out to Miss Chanel Dyer, and TJ Sports and All Topics." Man, he changed his name. It was TJ Sports and Entertainment, I think, but it's TJ Sports and All Topics. He says, "Salute and respect to you and this beautiful fighter." Okay, he's talking about you. $53. Wait a minute, what's that in pounds? That's like crap. I don't know. It's like
I
40
don't even
something
know.
pounds. I don't know, 40 something
Yeah.
pounds. Dang. Okay. God bless you. Got these pounds, man. I'm telling you. Okay. Um. Okay. I have. I gotta go back because I'm a fight person. I'm really one of those people like I watch
Yeah,
fights. Okay. What did you learn? Okay. And I always ask fighters about fights that they lose. I always ask them that because
yeah,
I generally,
definitely.
when somebody's losing a fight, I generally look, at what they're doing well, okay, versus what I don't see them doing. But I look at what they're doing well. So I mean, but I want to hear it from you first. Like, what did you learn from your fight against? I think her last name is
Ivana.
Sirik,
Yeah, Ivana.
Ivana
The,
Sirik.
the biggest thing I learned about that fight, to be honest, it's gonna sound cheesy, that I need to start cutting weight for fights. She came in so heavy, and I felt that, but that did nothing. That's like outside. But the fight, she's a really seasoned, amazing fighter. Um, big respect to her. She won that definitely. But what I learned in that fight was um to trust in myself a bit more because my coach, they were saying, "Oh, right kick her, right kick." I know I right kicked her, and she started laughing. I knew that hurt her, and my coach was like, "Right kick her," and I was getting in my head in that fight. I was like, if I right kick her, then she might take me down. She was a purple belt as well, and I was only a white belt. And I was like, oh, she might take me down. And I don't know. I didn't flow in that fight. I didn't fight how I wanted to fight in that fight. I lost it the second the bell rang. But yeah,
Well, you know what? But see, I thought you had a lot of good points. I'm gonna tell you, the best part
yeah,
is your kicking game. Like all of your opponents, they really have an issue with kicks when you throw kicks,
yeah,
and you throw the kicks so fast. It's almost like you throwing jabs with your legs.
yeah,
So she was having a tough time with those kicks, and I noticed that she kept trying, really closing the distance down. Because every time you
yeah.
got at range, she would
Mm.
just boom, she would get right back on you because she didn't want to feel those
Yeah,
kicks.
yeah. She actually said that after the fight. She like the whole fight. I was like, um, my coach told me before that fight, said that she's just gonna take you down. She's gonna try to take you down. So in my head, like throughout the whole fight, I'm just like, why is it she taking me down? Why is it she taking me down? Apparently, after the fight, she told my dad. She was sitting next to my dad. She was like, "Oh, I've tried so hard to try to take her down, but I couldn't." So I think just from that, that my confidence is boosted from that. It's like these people can't actually try. These people can't actually take me down. So my next fight, it will be different.
Well, I think you had a lot of good points, and I think you kind of
Yeah,
recognize what you have to
yeah,
do,
yeah.
because she was
It's
taking
learning, it's
advantage of the
learning.
fact that you were a white belt. She took advantage of that, and you know what? She was able to utilize her skill set. I thought Siri
Yeah,
had a very very good fight, but I thought you did a lot of good things that was well. So I mean,
yeah,
yeah, it's kind of cool to get fighters, take on what they did wrong and how they plan to
yeah.
fix
I
it.
don't like I don't mind losing. Honestly, especially at this stage now, it's all experience. Like you learn more about in your losses than your winnings. So I learned so much from that fight. I'm actually glad I lost that fight because I was on like a really good MMA sweep. I've won my first three MMA fights. I've won fights that I shouldn't have won. And I was fighting her for the Cage Warriors title belt. And unfortunately I lost it, but I'm actually kind of glad that I lost it because that was like the last fight I've had before the pandemic. And I knew if I won that fight, and I won the belt, and I would have been like, oh, I'm Cage Warriors champion now. I'm sick, I'm amazing, and I know I wouldn't have trained half of hard um last year throughout the pandemic if I would have won that fight. Because I lost that fight, I'm just like, yeah, I need to work harder now. I need to do this more. I need to do that more. I need to do a lot of more ground game. So I've done a lot of more ground game just purely on the fact that I lost because of my ground game on that fight. So yeah,
Okay, gotcha. Wow, man, look, this is worth. Hey, that was golden right there. Just hearing that. Okay, I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. Okay, I won't because I know we've been in
uh,
here for a while. I don't know. I just like chopping it up with
yeah.
fighters.
It
Okay.
doesn't seem that long.
Oh, you said you got what?
No, it doesn't seem that long. But
See, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
yeah,
You supposed to just shoot the breeze, but chop it up, but talk about stuff that matter. Okay, Chanel, you got another $10. Look, you had $63 American. Are you serious, man?
I don't even
Hold on,
know.
hold on. And
Oh,
it
thanks.
hadn't been an hour. What? Hey, okay. George says I really like her Naruto shirt. Do they make it in
And
5X?
it's sick of it. I don't know. I got this on Wish, I think. I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah, sick.
So wait a minute.
Naruto is amazing.
Let me guess. So Naruto is your favorite?
Yeah. I watched everything, but Naruto is childhood.
Come on, Dragon Ball Super was the best.
I
I don't need.
don't no, I don't like Dragon Ball. Everyone
What?
watches it.
Are you serious?
No, everyone watches it, so I don't watch it. Even people that know nothing about anime
So okay.
watches Dragon Ball. It's like there's so much better ones.
So wait a minute. So don't try to lie. You didn't like the Tournament of Power in Dragon Ball Super. Please tell me.
I haven't even watched one episode
Are
I've
you
watched
serious?
one episode of Dragon Ball.
Kid, what's wrong with you? No.
I don't want. Everyone watches though.
Go
Everyone's like, have you?
Master
Huh?
Ultra Instinct Goku.
No,
Vegeta. Oh my
no,
god.
no.
My god.
I've watched like over 200 anime, and I haven't watched Dragon Ball. Just there's no
I bet you
the
watched One
fan
Punch
base.
Man. I bet you watched One Punch Man too, didn't you?
I've watched it. I don't really like it, but I watched it.
Okay, so it's
I
got to
read
be
it. I read
Naruto.
it. It's Naruto. That's childhood.
Oh my
That's
god. My
amazing.
god. Oh gosh. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, okay. The last part of this show, I like to give fighters what I call a pop quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, pop quizzes are fun, but look, it's a pop quiz about stuff that you should know, stuff about you and like your career.
Yeah.
Okay, I promise. I'm not gonna ask you any questions to trip you up, and I'm not gonna laugh. Okay. Hey, George. I want you to. You know what, George Page? I'm gonna need him to shut his mouth about Naruto is better than Dragon Ball. See,
Yeah, it is. Have you watched it?
yeah, I've seen it.
Like have you watched the whole thing?
No, cause I don't like. Well, okay, I like
Exactly,
it.
exactly,
I,
exactly. I have all the books. I have everything.
I played the video
I have
game
all
though.
75 books. It's amazing. I grew up in it. I've watched it when it was airing. So that was
you,
it.
you have turned everybody against Dragon Ball now, thanks to you in my chat.
Good, good.
Oh man, you're such a hater. You're a hater. Gosh.
Just watch it.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if you know yourself. I think you do.
I
Okay.
probably don't.
Yeah, sure you do. Sure, I guarantee you aced this. I got just three good questions. Okay. Okay. Against Mahmoudi. Okay. What was the exact time that you finished that fight in round three?
Uh, 6 seconds before the last bell.
Nope. Wrong.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was 2 minutes and 54 seconds.
Wrong. Close though. Close. Dang it, you're so close. It was
2 minutes 55.
2 minutes and 51 seconds. Oh my God.
Oh,
Close. Let's give it to her.
I
Good
wrote,
enough.
I wrote 6 seconds on my Instagram post.
Hey, but you finished that fight with that straight left hand, boy.
Yeah.
Man, you had against the cage, and then she thought she was gonna take you down, and you said, "Bam!" Boy, that left hand, boy. Hey, the referee stopped that fight immediately. He
Yeah.
knew it was over. Okay. All right. Next question. Next question. Okay. Um. Now this is just a typical Muay Thai question. Okay. All right. Kickboxing and Muay Thai are the same thing.
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. No. Oh, I do like when people say that. It's so different. I fight both. I don't know.
Okay. So what's the difference if you kind of tell our audience?
Um, Kickboxing, you're not allowed to clinch more than 3 seconds in some organization. Some organizations are only allowed to throw one knee. Um, Kickboxing, you're not allowed to sweep the leg. So if you grab the kick, you're not allowed to sweep the leg. You're not allowed to sweep normally as well in kickboxing. And they score it differently as well. Kickboxing, you get scored more on aggression, and Muay Thai you get scored more on technique and body kicks and stuff like that. And kickboxing you get scored more on hands. No different.
Man, that's what. Hey, she broke it down for you. Okay. All right. Last question on the quiz part, and then I'm gonna see if you can answer the fighter question for me because I got one that no fighter can answer. Okay. When you fought Tori Svensson, what was the first strike you threw? A kick or a punch?
A kick. Was it? Was it?
I thought it was
Was
a
it?
jab. Okay, I thought it was a jab. I'm about to go back. I thought it was a jab. You saying a kick? Hold on. I'm gonna go
I
back.
don't remember.
That's okay. I got the fight right here. I can't show it on screen though, because I don't want Cage Warriors
Yeah.
to get butthurt and cut this video off. Okay, I'm gonna show you right now. The first strike you threw. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, I'm playing it right now. Oh, Shanelle, you are good.
Was
You are
that
good.
right?
Yes, it was a kick. The first strike you threw. Okay, okay. So,
Was it a low kick? I think it's a low kick. Was it a low kick?
no, it was a solar. It was a kick to the solar plexus. Like it was a T.
Inside kick.
Yeah, it was a T kick to the solar plexus. Wow,
Was it?
you are good.
Oh,
Cause you were putting your hands out, and okay, and I mistake
yeah.
that as a jab. You were just kind of finding range, and then you,
Yeah, long
bam.
guard. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, girl, you're great. You good at this. Oh my goodness, I couldn't trip you up. Okay, now I do got a question for the blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I've asked this question on exactly 10 interviews, and nobody can help me. Okay, now I was I'm a white belt, of course, and my background is wrestling. This jiu-jitsu master, okay, older guy, 66 years old, weighs about 100 and probably 25 pounds. I weigh about 185. Okay, um, I take him down, wrestle him. He's laughing the whole time as I'm taking him down. Right? I'm laughing, just grinning ear to ear. He puts me in a kimura. He starts laughing even more because I couldn't get out of the kimura. And I said, "Hey man, let me go. Let me go, man." And he said, "See, you thought that size and strength matter." My question to you is, how do I get out of that kimura?
How you got the Kimura?
Yeah.
You tap.
Are
You
you
tap.
serious? Oh my God. Number 10. Ah, every single fighter has said either tap or don't get in it in the first place.
You don't get to Kimura.
Okay.
You roll. You roll. You roll. You roll.
Okay, I roll.
You roll.
So what do I roll to do I roll to my weak side, or do I roll to his weak side, or my strong side, or like
Roll into him. Yeah.
a roll into him?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, okay. All right. I'm gonna take that. Okay, guys, tonight, hey, look, the young lion gave me a solution to the problem. Well, Chanel, I've really, really enjoyed it. You got to give me your, you use Cash App, right?
No.
PayPal?
Yeah. PayPal.
Okay, good. All right, as long as you got a PayPal, I will send you those. What is it, 63 American dollars, which is 50 something pounds? I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna send it to you. Um, listen, I appreciate you coming onto the interview. It
Yeah.
was it was really really cool of you to come on here, and hopefully you keep us posted. So maybe we can hype up your next bout. We can talk
Yeah.
about your opponent and really talk about what you're gonna do. That kind of thing. Oh yeah, there is one thing I noticed though. I noticed you went to a rally. After the whole George Floyd protest, you at a rally, and I thought that was good. Man, I was like, man, I said, wow.
Yeah.
I really, really, after that, when I saw, what you were doing, I wanted to interview you already, but I said, I really, really got to talk to this kid. This kid, I'm sorry, not this young lady, my bad. This young lady um, just stands up for what she believes in. She's living her
Um,
dream. You know, how are you feeling, when the whole protest and everything was going down?
I felt obviously when I heard the news, I was devastated as well. That's one of the things that actually really gets to me, really gets to my heart, throughout the whole situation. But seeing that everyone come together, see the amount of people on the streets, people from all ethnic backgrounds coming together, I just felt really united, like in that time, and I just loved it. The rallies all over London, it was amazing.
Yeah, well, big salute to you for doing that, because
Mm.
a lot of fighters they wouldn't have think to do that because they worried about
Yeah,
sponsors, they worried about,
yeah,
but you just went out and it just made me actually want to follow you even
yeah.
more. So, salute to you, salute to you. Yeah. So at the last part of this interview, I want to go ahead and ask you want to give any shout outs to your team, whoever's close to you that's helping you.
Yeah. Shout out to my mum. Obviously, it's Mother's Day over here.
That's
So
what's
yeah,
up.
shout out to my mum. Shout out to my dad as well, always supporting. Shout out to Stephen Cook, my MMA coach. He's like my second guy. Love the guy to bits. Striking coach Christian Knowles. Everyone down at Team Underground. Chloe, David Cook, China. Everyone down at Team Underground. Everyone down at Nosy as well. Shout them out. Everyone just keeps me going. Shout out Mummy Lana as well. Nightmare Family. Everything. All
Okay. Hey, she shouted him out, y'all. She shouted him out. All right, Chanel. Last thing you gotta do, and we're gonna burn out of here. Hey, could you say my name is Chanel, the Nightmare Dyer? You're watching Coach Shelton Harrison. Now look, when you say this now, you gotta do it with some enthusiasm, some passion. You got to do it almost like you selling a promo, girl.
right. So say again.
Okay, so the last thing I want you to do, I said I want you to say, hey, my name is Chanel, the Nightmare Dyer. Okay, however you say your name, and you're watching
Yeah,
Coach Shelton Harrison, but you got to do it. You got to do it with some fire, some passion. Like it's got to sound good.
yeah.
All right, let's try it. Go ahead.
I forgot my name for a second. My name is Chanel Dyer. Sorry again. My name is Chanel the Nightmare Dyer, and you're watching Coach Sheldon Harrison.
That was really great. Except for you said my name wrong, but that's okay. You know. Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you said my name wrong. I'm disappointed. Oh God.
Sorry, I'm
No,
blind.
no, you're not dumb. It's Coach Shelton Harrison. Coach Shelton Harrison. There never be no compare. That's my intro song. But Chanel, I want to thank you. Okay, I want to thank you for coming on. You're amazing. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep up with you. I'm gonna reach out to you again
Yeah,
before your
thanks.
next
Yeah,
fight.
definitely. Yeah.
And it's real. The money was real. I'm telling you, it is real. So I'll get your PayPal info after this, and there it is.
Cool.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us,
Thank
man.
you.
Salute to the WMMA